Okay, I took this video like a month ago, and it was split into this two weird formats to where I couldn't use it, I guess. It wouldn't let me edit it or string them together because it was split in two parts for reasons just unknown to me, I guess. But, okay, I have gotten into my fair share of arguments and, on Facebook, in a relationship, this and that. I have gotten into a couple of arguments. It ain't nobody's problem but mine and theirs, I guess. But one problem that I do have in these situations is the fact that people get so freaking angry for no reason just because they're being upset with someone. Look, I get it. I'm mad too. It is dumbfounding to me how you could actually think the things that you're thinking and like fully believe that, because it's crazy. Like, some of y'all are just insane. But despite that fact, you do not have to be a cunt just because you're mad. I have been in some heavy arguments, and some of them, like, I don't get why resort to name calling. In one of my arguments, when I was in a relationship, I got into this argument, and this person was like, oh, like, they said something, and then they said I was abusive, and I'm like, first of all, if I am abusive, then please break up with me. I never want to put anyone through that. I would not if you genuinely think I am bad to you and abusive to you, despite the fact that I always communicated my emotions. I never was physical, never get angry. I don't get angry. And so I was like, if you genuinely think I am abusive, please, I genuinely beg you, break up with me. I will go to a therapist. I will find out whatever my problem is and work on it if you really do think so. But otherwise, if you're just saying that because you're mad, drop it then. Because I get that you're mad. I know that you're mad. I know that you're emotional. You're being upset right now. I get that. I respect that. I am a little bit in heat of the moment too. But I'm not calling you names because I know what I think of you. I'm not going to call you a bitch. I'm not going to call you fucking stupid. I'm not going to call you ugly. I'm not going to call you anything because despite knowing that I'm upset, I know how I feel about you. I know that these feelings are temporary, and I know that I won't mean what I say in this anger. So it's just so annoying to me because I'm emotionally aware of myself, and I know that not everyone is like that, but it's also you should work on that. We're in a relationship. Just because I'm angry and you're angry doesn't mean you have to throw, it's like the thing about it is that they go with the full intention of making you feel bad. And I'm I get that you're upset. I get that we're having an argument, but to me, it's not like you against me. It's just our views against each other. I don't hate you. I'm not going to dehumanize you because we disagree. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're less than me. If you're racist or anything, yeah, you kind of suck. But in just some of these situations, it was about downloading Pinterest, and just something they were going on about how it was so wrong for not using Pinterest because they like doing things differently. I don't know. It was just a lot of things. And so I'm look, dude, I get that you're upset. You don't have to be mean, though. You don't, just because you are upset does not mean you have to be a cunt. You do not have to call me names. I'm not gonna call you names because I know that I don't think anything bad of you. I know that I like you. I know that I care for you. I know that we are, this is just an argument for now. We're not gonna be angry at each other later. It's gonna be fine. So that's what I think. Maybe it's just because I'm looking at all of time, and it's not just the current happening. Is probably why I'm not an angry person, or not rude during an argument. But it's still even if I know that you're angry, you also should be aware of what you're saying. Just because we're angry, that isn't an excuse. That is never an excuse. Just because you are upset doesn't mean, that just almost would be a leeway into permitting anything to happening just because of your emotional spike. I'm upset too. You are upset. We are both upset, but you are calling me names and being angry and trying to make me feel bad intentionally just because you're upset. But I'm not. I don't want to make you feel bad. I am just trying to explain my side. Maybe it was just a bad situation because it was. They got defensive when they would try. Their whole thing was going against what I thought and trying to assert their view over mine. And they thought it was me going against them when I was explaining my personal view. And I'm it's crazy. I was literally oh, okay, well, I see what you mean, but I feel like this, and this is what I feel. So when you say that, I feel like this. And they just thought that was the end of the world, and they thought I was going against them. And I'm no, I'm not going against you. I am telling you how I feel, why I feel like this, and what I am trying to convey. And I understand that there could be miscommunication, so if you need clarity, please ask. I was so thorough and so mature about this. I'm how do you not, please, Be better. Do better. Do better. You don't have to be a cunt because you're mad. Because I am not being a cunt. Because I am mad. I know that not everyone is like me, but you should still, like, given we're adults, you should probably work on your emotional maturity and be less, what do you call it? Impulsive. Like, don't be, like, we're not, oh, I don't know. Just, look, if you're mad, stop, be aware, and don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. That's all it takes. Think about it a little bit and be like, am I upset? Or am I just upset right now? Do I genuinely hate this person? And do I want to say that they're a bitch? Do I want to call them ugly? Like, these things already in themselves will, like, after an argument, you're going to end up thinking about this anyways. Even if you two make up, you're still going to be like, oh, I remember that he said this, or he called me this. And, like, so it's not, that argument isn't just now. That argument isn't just temporary. You need to be aware, and you should be held accountable for what you do say. That's just how it is. Just because you're mad doesn't give you a free pass into being a piece of shit. You don't get to be a cunt just because you're mad, just because we're arguing, because, like, personally, from my side, I don't do that. I don't yell at you. I don't raise my voice. I won't yell at you. I'm not gonna call you trash. I'm not gonna call you slutty. I'm not gonna call you shitty. I'm not gonna call you a hoe. I'm not gonna call you any of this, because I know you, and I know what I think about you. I know that I don't think you're bad. I know I don't think you're abusive. I know I don't think you're trashy, and I know I don't think you're a bitch or ugly or any of this, because I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you things that you're probably gonna end up thinking of. And I'm like, I know that I could say some things, and there's also things that I could say that are viable and that I do think, but I'm not gonna say them because I'm upset, because that's not gonna help anything. Maybe I'm just mature or something, or maybe I'm just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy or something, because, like, come on. I don't know. I'll go for now. But bye. Be mature. Think before you speak, because these things go hard. But I guess I'll see you in another video. Bye.